Oh, so GameStop is at $350, AMC is $20 per share, and Bed Bath & Beyond is over $50 a share at this point. And before we even get started, my name is Chris. I am not a short seller, okay? I have no position in any of these companies. If you are making money, congratulations. I really mean it. I'm really happy when people are making money. And, people like Chamath and Elon Musk that are tweeting and saying that retail investors have a right to make money off of this and the right to push the price in the same ways that short sellers and Wall Street and big boys like to move stock prices. I totally get that, okay? I'm totally for the people. And it's in the longer term, more people participating in the stock market is a great thing, and probably multiples as far as PEs and price of sales are going to go up, and stock prices are going to go up, and etc. I totally get, after I posted my last video, if the GameStop went from 60 to like 350 today, I look like an idiot, right? Probably. At the end of the day, my stance remains unchanged. There is still a huge amount of risk, and a gigantic amount of risk the higher the stock price goes. And we've had squeezes and huge pump and dumps in the past where, for example, Tilray went from $20 to $300 in a short period of time. Go back even further, 2007 or 2008, Volkswagen went from like $10, $20 to $900 something at the peak, before here today it's like a $20 stock again. And this just really concerns me that I'm seeing people are really almost treating this as a game where, let's just see how much we can screw over big Wall Street and, pull one over them for a change. So I'm going to buy at any price, even if that, 350 or an all-time high or whatever it is, and not lock in any profits at all. Buy more calls, buy more shares, and I don't recommend anyone do this. And if you haven't taken profit after, thousands of percent difference in a short period of time, I think, you need to step back from the situation, step back from the crowd and herd mentality. And I know it sounds like people like myself and people on CNBC are out to get you. They're against the little guy. They're out against the retail investor. They're just defending Wall Street, defending the dumb short sellers. But I'm really here in your best interest, guys, because at the end of the day, let's just assume it just keeps going up and people keep having an interest in this thing and not move on to another stock, which can certainly happen. You see AMC and etc. Different companies that are heavily shorted are getting pumped left and right. They're going down the list. Eventually that list has to end somewhere. And by the way, we'll talk about the broader market implication. But if you think about it, number one, they're already covering, Citron.
Covered the majority of the short in the 90s at a loss, 100%.
That Melvin Capital thing that, people were out to kill Melvin. And that person has supposedly covered, with their fund. I'm sure there are probably many others. And at some point that rocket fuel is going to run out, and you don't want to be the last one in it. The second thing is a lot of SEC people, have confirmed that they are looking into this, and I think they're actively going to try to shut it down, one way or another, whether it's a trading halt, longer than, the 5, 10, 15 minute normal halts. Talking about, outright suspension. We've seen that with some stocks before in the past. Don't get complacent here and think it's not going to happen. They could literally, cut the cord on this at any point in time that they want. And as just a regular retail investor, you don't really have a say in it unless you want to try to sue the SEC. And good luck with that. I don't know how long that would even take. I've seen halts and suspensions that go on for months at a time, with more speculative stocks. And at this point, this is a highly speculative, let's call it what it is. It's a bubble. It's a pyramid scheme, because you are buying the stock and ultimately you are going to sell it to someone else that is going to be, let's say, coerced into buying shares at 400, 500, 600, 1,000, 2,000. At some point, someone's gonna get hurt. It's not all complete fun and games here. To be a Debbie Downer, this dumb guy didn't buy shares, he lost out on 500%. That's not how it is. I'm just trying to keep it real, and ultimately, again, you don't want to be the last one in this. And I again appreciate what Chamath and Elon has been talking about, saying retail investors, they have the right to do this, and short sellers should not have shorted that much. I totally get it, but it's what they're saying, in my opinion. This random guy on the internet here, with his little Robinhood account, it's only feeding into this mentality where you can't lose and it's only a game, and there's no downside. The more you do this, the more you're gonna gain. But eventually, I'm saying this is gonna stop when someone is like, especially one of the bigger players here, that guy with $30 million in GameStop at this point. At some point, they're gonna sell out. If they don't, they're kind of a douche. At this point, to have made tens of millions of dollars on this, there's gonna be a dump at some point. And even the White House, right? Not even the SEC only, but the White House is monitoring the situation. And you have state attorney generals and all that. It's not a proper situation anymore by any means, where it's just easy money every day. It's not something to really take lightly. So we'll see how it goes. It's kind of starting to certainly fan some flames and spreading this sort of kind of a trepidation, a panic amongst some investors right now that are worried that this is going to boil over and cause a lot of other stocks in the market in general to sell off. They've been trying to find a reason for the market to sell off in January and February for the past several weeks now. A correction is coming, a pullback is coming, a crash is coming, market valuations are too high. Now, while I don't think that is totally true, because companies on average the past week or so have been reporting blowout quarters, 20% beats, 30% beats. Facebook, Apple just reported insane numbers, and probably talk about that in a video I will be releasing later. But with markets the way they are, I think overall, even if you're not in those stocks, if you are in those stocks, it just pays to be a bit cautious, guys, just to keep a level head and keep calm, because as Warren Buffett said, be greedy when other people are fearful, and be fearful when other people are greedy. And I think that greed goes both ways, guys. Wall Street, yes, those hedge funds, those billionaire investors, in some instances, in the case of these particular stocks, yeah, honestly, they were greedy and they weren't thinking rationally either. But at this point, the people that are really pushing this are doing the exact same thing. So that's all I have to say, guys. But stay tuned for that video I'm going to put out about Facebook earnings. I think they were excellent, so let's hopefully see some returns on that. But I'm a long-term investor, and we'll see how it goes anyway. Until next time, stay well and invest responsibly.